Hi, I'm Emma. Welcome to Emma Esoteric. This will be a tarot reading for the sign of Scorpio. If you would like to book a personal reading, please go to emmaesoteric.com.au. You can view these readings like watching a movie, listening to a song, or looking at a piece of artwork. They can be motivational or inspirational. They may bring up emotions, ideas, or beliefs to the forefront of your mind. You can interpret these readings any way you like. Nothing is set in stone. In the main energy, we have the Sun of Water. This is a very carefree, enthusiastic energy. Someone who's looking forward to going on some type of adventure. There is something about elders here as well with the Lovers. Grandparents of some sort. You may be going to visit your grandparents. Or there is a new child. You may have a new child, and your mother and father are spending time with the child. There is something about 3 generations. Something generational coming in here. We have death. I was going to say, you may be starting to fear now that you have a child, or there is some type of other generation. You're now starting to fear your parents getting older or you getting older. There is something about the reality of age and the inevitable situation coming in here. The unknown. There is a lot of fear around what's going to happen next. Daughter of Earth. This is growth. Someone is not as you remember them. Something is not as you remember. And there is a lot of naivety about how things are going to stay the same forever. What is supporting you is the Ace of Fire. I wanted to say burn it all up, but not in like a negative way. Just like there is something here about tradition, about symbolism, bonfires, could be cremation. There is something very there's a memorabilia as well. There may have been a house fire and you may have lost memorabilia or items that were very significant to you. I'm seeing her necklace and I'm looking at it as if it was passed down. I'm seeing the Daughter of Earth here as a younger version of the Lovers. So maybe a grandmother. The challenge here is the 2 of Cups and happiness. The challenge here is finding lovely memories again. Keeping a hold of these memories, feeling positive around this. There is also a significant shift in the responsibility of the roles. I'm getting dementia as well. Because the seahorses, the male carries the babies. So there is something about the female individual here who is somehow their reality is changing. And the male has to take on now the responsibilities or the role or create something. The Strength. This card usually comes through as a father and son or father and daughter type of energy, especially in this deck. So there is again thinking about the masculine energy or the male energy taking the responsibility or needing to start to plan for something. If this is a grandparent or grandparents who are looking after children, if this is grandparents who are looking after children, then there is something changing. There is something changing within the responsibilities. Scorpio, I decided to use these cards because I love these cards. Absolutely adore them. They are intense. They do not hold back. It took me months and months and months to learn how to work with these cards. I picked them up and it's not so much the imagery. They are just very intense cards. The energy around them is just, sometimes when you pick up a deck, they're different. You know, they're just different. And there is something very different about this energy. This is very deep. This is not a typical kind of, you know, happy-go-lucky kind of energy. This is pretty deep. There's a lot of stuff here to do with generational stuff. There is a lot to do with trauma. There is a lot to do with parents who may have not been appropriate. There is a lot here to do with there is a lot of disease and death within this reading as well, and I don't want to get too in depth or too detailed about the intensity of this reading, but I'm going to not delve into it too deeply, especially for a YouTube reading. I'm not going to delve into the depths of this, but just keep in mind that there is a lot more to this story, as usual, as what a Scorpio energy would expect. There is a lot more to this than what meets the eye, but I'm going to read the cards as I see them rather than delving too deep, because I could get into a lot of energies in which that can be very upsetting, and I don't want to make anyone, I don't want any kind of disgruntled energy coming in this or my words to be taken the wrong way. So just keep that in mind. This is very tricky energy to navigate because this is very deep energy, and there is a lot of stuff that's under the surface that possibly has not even seen the light of day with the moon, has never even seen the light of day. No one has really spoken or expressed, no one possibly will ever express or speak about what has happened or what has occurred within this situation. Cruelty in the emotional space here, the Nine of Swords, there is a lot of stress. This can be something to do with your body that is eating away at you. This can be mentally something that's eating away at you, like I said, dementia. Or this is something emotionally here that is making you feel sick to your stomach. With the Mother of Water, this feels like the mother has finally come through here and she is being recognized for something. She has come out and achieved something in some way, matured. The mother now may be being a positive role model for the family. The mother has seen a lot of hard times. She may have even been, it might not be a mother, it's just a female energy or a feminine energy or someone here who is very emotionally in tune. It can be someone, it can be a man who takes on more of the feminine role, more of the nurturing role. This can also be someone who gets caught up a lot in their emotions and does a lot of impulsive things due to their emotions, because I'm seeing like a rehab or a prison or something along those lines where this person is finally being released in some way. The Sun of Water in the central energy is a very naive and hopeful young person. The Lovers here is two individuals who are quite concerned about the optimistic nature of the Sun of Water. The Death card that is coming in is fear of the unknown. There is something inevitable that is happening here. There is a diagnosis of some sort or something that is going to occur at some point. And someone knows about it and is keeping it away from the Sun of Water, who is quite naive. The Daughter of Earth that is leaving is the opportunity or the possibility that someone could have worked on this, or there could have been building blocks. It's like the coulda, shoulda, wouldas. Someone missed an opportunity. Someone didn't build the right foundation, or didn't take the opportunity the way it should have been taken. Something was missed here. The supporting energy is the Ace of Fire, which is just making a decision, taking the opportunity, selling the property if it needs to be sold. I'm getting that as well. Being quite impulsive at this time and following your passions and what you want, really going internally and really figuring out what's best for the whole situation and taking action on the passions and the impulses and the reality, like just really taking charge, which I feel like is the Lovers here, taking charge of this situation. Not letting the emotions douse the flames at this point, because the flames is what's going to take this situation to where it needs to go. The challenge is nostalgia, love. The challenge is, again, getting too emotionally involved in this and letting the emotions get the better of the situation, because this situation is very delicate when it comes to emotions. And when the emotions get involved, it's like the naivety kicks in and people, or the kids or the mother or the people, just ignore the reality, which is something has happened here where someone's gone down the wrong way or made the wrong decision or done something that they weren't supposed to do. The Strength card in the mental space is having the willpower and the devotion to be very strong in this circumstance, despite this gut-wrenching feeling with the Nine of Swords in the emotional space. Needing to make a head over heart decision, and again, letting the emotions, not letting this gut-wrenching feeling get you out of sorts. Also feeling very protective and loyal to the person who is naive in this situation. Knowing the truth, someone knows something deep down inside, it causes a lot of anxiety, but needing to also protect someone's innocence. The Mother of Water in the reality is someone who feels like they have achieved something emotionally, but it has not come without lessons or a life of their own. This is someone who's lived a life of their own, and now they're wanting to come back into a life that they left behind. Daring. Find your voice and use it nice and loud, even if it makes you feel uncomfortable. If you don't use it now, nothing will change. The person who feels like someone has just come in and wanted to live life or move in the direction like nothing has happened, do not let this person slide. Make sure you stand up for yourself and don't discredit the amount of work you've put in up until this point. Speak up, use your voice, which is this Ace of Fire. Question: what you are thinking is absolutely correct. It takes courage to trust yourself, especially when everything points in a different direction. Anger: even though you are bursting inside, you need to remain calm. Dig deep and find the strength to activate your self-control. That's what lies within you. There is someone here who's taken responsibility for a situation, possibly a child, in which someone left because they made wrong choices. The person who's taken responsibility, they need to find the confidence within themselves to speak up, ask the questions that need to be asked, and make sure that this opportunity isn't taken away from them because of any type of emotional, like emotional overpower, because the person who has been taking this opportunity and moving with it, they are responsible enough to keep going. And there is a strong concern about what will happen if the person who dropped the ball now has the ability to continue playing the game like they never dropped the ball in the first place. Someone needs to take accountability because someone picked up someone else's slack. I'm going to leave that there. Have a lovely day. Thank you.